Besties, my name is Betty Sue, and this is my Who Am I project. My parents immigrated to the United States in the early 90s, and they met each other after my dad's first marriage. They had a child, my older sister, and 3 years later, in 2001, the greatest person to ever exist was born, aka me. Growing up, I never really saw my parents a lot because they were always working in order to pay their debts, keep the roof over our heads, and have food on the table. My parents did everything they could to get me into school as soon as possible because the public education system is basically free babysitting. One day, we go to enroll me into my local preschool, and they tell my parents, "She don't need to be here, she knows what she's doing, period." So their last resort was to have me babysat. But I didn't like our babysitters, so my grandma looked after me. My grandma's idea of babysitting me was letting me watch TV. And like the real TV, not that Cocomelon bull that kids are watching these days, you know what I mean? My eyes constantly being glued to a TV or phone screen was my whole childhood, and that led me to wonder how these movies and TV shows were made. So, in middle school, I decided to take a publications class where we learned how to make the school yearbook and did the morning announcements. This class was the class that made me want to dip my toe into the filmmaking pool. Fast forward into high school, I take film classes and decide that I want to pursue this art form as a career. And me coming from a strict Asian family, I was told for 4 years and going that my career decision is unrealistic and that no one would want to hire me because I am an Asian woman. They said that I should go into the medical field like my uncle, siblings, and cousins. They say that like I have the brain cells to save someone's life. Make it make sense. Anyways, regardless of what my family told me, I still wanted to be in film. I love the whole filmmaking process and was given the opportunity my sophomore year to compete in state competitions for career specialty classes like my film class. I proceeded to win first in the state of Texas for video editing, and after seeing my accomplishments, my dad saw the passion and dedication that I had for film and fully supported me from then on. A little over a year later, I lost the one person in my family that saw my drive for film. Losing this support made it a bit harder to continue in film. I felt like I was just half-assing all my projects, and you could definitely tell the difference in my work. By the end of my junior year, the question, "Where do you want to go to college?" was a part of almost every single conversation I had. And honestly, at the time, I didn't know where I wanted to go. Until one day, a random person pulls up to my classroom and they give us a presentation about a certain school in Florida. That school was Sail University. The presenter told us about all these great opportunities that Sail provides, and that convinced me to apply in the fall of 2019. Choosing to go to Sail got me out of my filmmaking funk. It made me realize that I shouldn't be sad that I lost my only supporter, and I should make them proud by going to the best school possible to pursue my career. And here I am having the time of my life at my dream school. Even though I lost the first person to ever see my potential, I have met so many people on my journey at Sail that are right by my side no matter what.